So our closing statement will be, you have 2 minutes for closing statement. The first person to deliver will be Ms. Jobson. Yeah, you have 2 minutes for the closing.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank all of you for coming out here tonight and for supporting us and for listening to us. I wanted to thank KACE again for hosting it. Thank you very much. I think tonight you've heard a variety of different views from all the candidates on what we believe and what our strengths are and where we think our town is going. I just want you to go home and understand that Joe and I are here to listen to you, and we're here to ensure that all of your voices are heard. You are our clients, and you deserve to be treated as such. That's the way I look at the residents. I look at it in terms of a fiduciary code of responsibility, which is something politicians don't talk about. It's a responsibility to the voters and to ensure that the voice of the voters are clearly heard and the concerns of the voters are clearly carried out. You're not always going to like our decisions, because sometimes we have to make decisions that might be a little difficult. It wasn't easy for this particular council to go out and say to people, we have to have a 6% increase, but they really had no choice. And we know how much everyone's hurting in this economy. What we can say is, looking forward in Englewood Cliffs, what I'd like to see is more businesses coming in here, and if I'm elected, I will work to try to get that area of the B zone much more, where there are a lot of commercial spaces, to have commercial people come in. I know Gloria O is already working on bridging that by creating a liaison with businesses in the area to try to get them together and to kind of address their concerns. And I hope to be working more on that so that we can get more people coming into that particular space. I just want to leave you with a thought that I think ties up the last 2.5 years. Actions are our only belongings, and actions are who we are. So I want you to remember the actions of the past 2.5 years when you vote.
Yes. Thank you. And Ms. Farrell, you have 2 minutes for closing.
I want to work together with Councilmember Morrow to hold the line on property taxes, rein in spending, and make government more efficient. I will be a positive voice for so many of the families who live in Englewood Cliffs and whose life experiences mirror my own. As an immigrant, I feel that I can relate to the Korean community desire to be involved in our community and can help bridge that obstacle that exists and help them to cross that bridge. Please remember, we need your support to maintain the two-party system in Englewood Cliffs for keeping checks and balances. And for this, we need you to elect Councilmember Morrow and myself, Ramon Ferro. Thank you.
Mr. Barbaro.
In Englewood Cliffs, Democrats have been in control for 35 of the last 40 years. And in those 35 years, we built all of the businesses, or had built all the businesses on US Route 9W. We brought them all in. We built every ball field. We paved every road. We've kept your taxes the second or third lowest in Bergen County for 40 years. We've done all that. Whenever you come to a council meeting, you ask us a question, or at least I have anyway, I will always answer your question. You may not like the answer, but you're going to get an answer from me. I've never said thank you for your comments. I've given you an answer to the question you asked. I'd have to compliment Mr. Ferro, because he's a good buddy of mine. And I'd have to remind him, in 1995, he brought the Teamsters into Englewood Cliffs, was a great accomplishment. And in 2010, they brought in the PBA union. So I want you to know why many of us are having a hard time getting our budgets in the way they're supposed to be. Because when you deal with union attorneys, it's a, well, someday you got to sit in on one of these meetings with the union attorneys. It's a tough deal, a really tough deal. And we do the best we can. And again, thank you all for coming. I want to thank KACE and you lovely people for inviting us, and I wish my opponents luck. Maybe, yeah. I do.
Ms. McMorrow.
First of all, I want to thank the Korean American Civic Empowerment Organization for choosing Englewood Cliffs to hold this event. I value and respect the efforts made by KACE to assist the Korean community in understanding important issues in this election here in Englewood Cliffs and to communicate to them the importance of their vote. It is a privilege and an honor to speak to the residents of Englewood Cliffs and to know that I can make a difference in your life. I understand the importance of keeping taxes under control. We did not take the easy way out. We worked harder to get the job done. And we proved to Englewood Cliffs that it can be done, while at the same time, your services were improved. I'm committed to transparency, open communication, and improving access to information for all residents, including those for whom English is a second language. November 6th is an important day, not only nationally, as we will vote for a president, but I believe that this is one of the most important elections that Englewood Cliffs is going to be facing and their residents. You will be deciding if Englewood Cliffs will continue to have a two-party system with checks and balances that only a two-party system provides, or all-party control. That's one party. Without a two-party system, you face higher property taxes and a government which keeps you in the dark about how your money is being spent. I urge you to evaluate the candidates on their track record, their actions, their merit, and their core values, and not their promises. And you will find those candidates in column 1 on November 6th. 여러분 와주셔서 감사합니다. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. This is our Englewood Cliffs Council candidate debate. Voter registration due date is next Tuesday, October 16th. Don't miss if you are not registered to vote. And if you don't have any time to go out to vote on November 6th, please apply for the mail-in ballot, vote by mail. So we have a vote by mail application behind the table. So we urge you to go out and vote on November 6th. Thank you. Thank you. It is. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Good job.